When did you figure out your stepdad was never planning to treat you like his real kids? I was 15 when Scott sat me down at the kitchen table with a rental agreement he'd printed off the internet. $500 a month, he said. Plus, you'll split utilities. You're working now. Time to learn responsibility. I'd gotten a job at the grocery store 2 weeks earlier. Minimum wage, 20 hours a week. Scott knew my paychecks were maybe $800 a month. He also knew his daughter Sierra had just turned 17 and worked at the same store, same hours. She wasn't getting a rental agreement. That's different, my mom said when I asked. Sierra saves her money for college. I paid every month for 2 years. I kept my receipts in a folder, though I didn't know why at the time. $500, then $550 when Scott decided utilities had gone up, then $600 when I turned 18, because you're an adult now. Meanwhile, Tyler turned 15. No rental agreement. Sierra graduated and spent a gap year living at home, working full-time at a salon. No rent. I watched her buy a car, take weekend trips with friends. I was 19 and working 2 jobs when my girlfriend Beth asked the question that changed everything. Where's that money going? That night, while everyone slept, I went through Scott's office. I found folders for Sierra's college fund, Tyler's savings account, nothing with my name on it. I checked the joint account he'd set up for my rent payments. Every month, the money is transferred directly into his personal checking, the same account he used for Sierra's car payment, Tyler's hockey equipment, the Disney vacation. I wasn't invited on because they couldn't afford 5 tickets. The next day was Sunday, family dinner. I waited until everyone was seated. What happened to the rent money? I asked. The table went quiet. That money went to household expenses, Scott said. Responsibility. I pulled out my folder, placed the stack of receipts on the table and the bank statements I'd photographed that morning. These are your personal account transactions. Here's my rent money coming in, and here's where it goes. Sierra's car payment, Tyler's hockey fees, the Bahamas trip. How did you get those? Scott's voice was dangerous. Not the point. The point is you told me I was paying for utilities and household expenses. You were really just subsidizing your kid's lifestyle while I worked myself to exhaustion. Mom reached for me. Honey, you're being dramatic. I was 15 years old, making minimum wage, and you made me pay $600 a month while his kid saved every penny. You needed to learn responsibility, Scott said, standing now. Tyler and Sierra still haven't learned it then? That's different. They're your real kids. I know. Scott's jaw clenched. If you don't like the rules, there's the door. I looked at my mom, waiting for her to say something. She stared at her plate. I grabbed 2 bags of clothes and left. Beth was waiting in her car outside. 3 months passed. I got my own apartment with a roommate. Started saving actual money for the first time in years. Then Scott showed up at my work. We need to talk, he said, waiting by my car after my shift. I have nothing to say to you. Well, I have something to say. Your mother and I are struggling. The mortgage payment's coming up short. And you owe us. We raised you, fed you, gave you a roof over your head for years. I paid you almost $20,000 in rent. That was for household expenses. I'm talking about everything before that. 15 years of food, utilities, and clothes. You think that was free? I stared at him. You want me to pay you back for raising me? I'm asking you to help your family. Sierra's tuition is due. Tyler needs new equipment. We counted on your rent money, and now there's a gap in the budget, so charge Tyler rent. Scott's face reddened. He's 17. He's still in school. I was 15 when you started charging me, also in school. That was different. It really wasn't. I unlocked my car. If you don't help, your mother's going to lose the house. Then maybe she should have thought about that before watching you steal from her son for 3 years. I got in my car. Scott slammed his hand on the window. You're a selfish bastard. After everything we did for you. I rolled down the window an inch. You know what you did for me, Scott? You taught me exactly what kind of man I don't want to be. I drove away. He called 17 times that night. Then Mom called, crying about how I abandoned the family, how they needed me. I blocked them both.